Want to welcome all of our listeners on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Periscope. You can live chat with us as the show is going on. Hopefully, everybody is having a great Sunday today. You can also call us 972 591 3665. That's 972 591 3665. Um, on tonight's show, we're going to talk about the soldiers that been showing up in Portland and the ones that Trump sent into Chicago. Going to talk about that. Going to do an update on Larry McDougal. That's the president of the State Bar Association, and also Cornelius Fredericks. We're going to talk about that also tonight. I just posted the story, the video about him on the Facebook page. So definitely check it out and let's get this party started. So everybody been asking, who are these guys coming to these cities and snatching protesters? Why are they doing it? Where they come from? And it just recently came out that it's a Black River security firm. I guess they do security in the Middle East when um, for protection or whatever. Um, but it also came out it's the brother of Bessie DeVoe Company. You might be asking, who is Bessie DeVoe? Well, she's the Secretary of Education. See, that's our tax dollars right there. So Trump put her over the education department, the Secretary of Education, and then turned around and gave her brother a multi-million-dollar contract. So now he's threatening to send the guys to certain cities where protest is taking place and for security, and they randomly snatching people off the street. I read a story last week where they actually said a veteran in Portland, I believe it was. That's the first place they sent them. Well, I believe they've been in Seattle also, but a veteran was tear gassed or something, and a lot more people started protesting. So, kind of find out there's the connection. Betsy DeVos and the administration, Trump. So I guess kind of like what he say all the time. Well, he don't say it, but he's showing us he's going to take care of his friends. What if it's getting them out of prison, keeping them from going to prison, or keeping their pockets fat? So that's going to be interesting. So I would definitely be keeping tab on this story and talk about it more. Oh, her brother's name is Eric Prince. Eric Prince is the owner of the company, which I guess he's no telling where he's at. I'm sure he's probably somewhere on the golf course with Trump or something. I don't know. But in Bessie DeVos, Michigan, y'all need to, it's time to stand up. When her re-election come up, we need to vote her out, get her out of office. Hopefully, y'all are registered to vote where we can get her removed out of office. And Michigan, y'all need to stand up because she represent y'all. So definitely, let's do what we got to do. Send her packing with the rest of the swamp. Also, Larry McDougal, Last month we talked about him. That's the president of the State Bar Association here in Texas. Um, by talking about it and the petition going around, well, they having a special meeting tomorrow, and hopefully he do the right thing and resign. Um, because after the comments he made about Black Lives Matter, which a lot of folks make comments like that are untrue, saying it's a terrorist group, and it's not. It's not a terrorist group. So what you have to realize, Black Lives Matter came about because of all the senseless killing of unarmed black men. So if you complaining about Black Lives Matter, what are you doing to solve the problem? What are you doing? What program are you putting in place to try to um, prevent and hold these officers accountable for killing an unarmed black man? Not only that, um, we even had a case with Trayvon. He wasn't even a police officer. He was the homeowner association. So what are you doing? All these folks complaining about it, and Larry McDougal, he decided to complain back in 2015 and say it was a terrorist group, and we know it's not. We know it's not, and he just need to go ahead and step down. That would be the best thing for him to do. Go ahead and step down. And I'm sure he probably listening to the show, because I've been seeing a lot of people and probably some of his friends probably watching the show too. Have him call in, explain himself. Number 972-591-3665. I know they have a special hearing tomorrow to decide if he's going to remain the president, and he really need to step down. He need to step down. Make it easy on everybody. Uh, what you said is what you said, and it's what you meant. But now you want to backpedal a little bit, and I'm like this: what you say the first time is what you actually meant. That was your true feelings. So why are you trying to backpedal now? Because you can say you don't feel that way now, but it took you 5 years to realize you didn't feel that way. Once you start feeling the heat, and that comment came up, and now you want to change your feelings. No, you're not changing your feelings because you don't feel that way. You're changing your feelings because you've been exposed, and because you have been exposed, now you don't want to have to deal with it. So do us all a favor, including yourself. Go ahead and step down, because for them to have to do a special meeting tomorrow, um, uh, for you to do a special meeting tomorrow, that's a waste of money. You know what you did. You know exactly what you did. You know exactly what you meant. And just go ahead and step down. Hell, make it easy for everybody. That's the best thing to do. So we do have the chat working tonight. Um, I called, complaining. They told me how to do it. So I'm like, cool. So we back in business. You can live chat with us. Welcome to the show, Fly Cooper. I thought I was also seeing Father of the Year, Carl Hooks, come on. Welcome to the show, Carl. Um, so let me know your opinion about that. The security in Portland and the warrants that Trump is sending to um, that he's sending up to Chicago, and also the ones that were in Portland. And he's talking about sending them to different cities. So let me know how you feel about it. Um, should I tax dollar be paying for it? Now, I'm gonna say a racist group, because if it's anything dealing with Trump, 9 times out of 10 they probably are racist. That's my opinion. So, and also about Larry McDougal, do you feel like he should step down? I read the comments earlier. I Trust me, what he said the first time, that's what he really meant. So do all of us a favor and just step down. Now, Cornelius Fredericks. A lot of you may not have heard that name before. I just recently found out about it, but it was a young man, 16 years old, up in Michigan, if I'm not mistaken. Um, 16 years old, he was in a group home. According on the video, you could see him throwing a sandwich or something at someone. He was sitting there. They removed this tray. And while one of the workers was standing there, he decided to throw a carton of milk. And they talking to him. Then I blink, and next thing I know, he's on the ground. And there's about 4 to 5 workers on top of him. Now, Frederick, he's a pretty good sized young man. For 16, he's a pretty good size. But they laid on top of this young man for over 12 minutes. He went into in distress, went to the hospital. 2 days later, he died. Now, each one of the workers is out on bail, according to the story. Some of the workers' charges have been dropped. I think it's still on 2 of them. But to lay on this young man for 12 minutes, and from what I could see in the video, he was not struggling. He wasn't, even when they was talking to him, he sat there calm. And they lay him down on the ground and laid on him for 12 minutes. And the young man died. So I don't know what his history was beforehand. I would assume from the reading I've done and some of the stories I heard about it, he was suffering from mental illness. But to lay on this young man for 12 minutes, and I guess that was part of the duty. If someone get out of control, lay on them, let them calm down. But in the report, it said 12 minutes was longer than what they should have done it. So it's going to be interesting how this play out. The 2 employees have been charged, or maybe it's 3, either 2 or 3 have been charged with involuntary manslaughter. And the family have filed a lawsuit. But to lay on this young man for 12 minutes is a lot. That's a lot to lay on someone that long for throwing a sandwich. And people ask, why do we say Black Lives Matter? Now, I'm not saying at all he was right for throwing the sandwich for whatever reason. I'm not saying that. He was definitely wrong for throwing the sandwich, but the punishment did not add up to the crime. Throwing a sandwich, lose your life. It just don't add up. So when these folks like Larry McDougal and other people complain about Black Lives Matter, why are they protesting? Why is this? Why is that? That's the reason why. Because it should not have taken 45 grown workers to lay on a 16-year-old boy who was not putting up a fight. And for this young man to lose his life is really terrible. The pain that the family is having to go through, which is really, I can't even imagine the pain. He's in his group home, but now the young man is dead. That's just like uh, Little Grace, and just so happened it's in Michigan too. They need to release Little Grace. Let her go home to her family. We don't need this to happen again where um, someone in a group home get killed and for unnecessary reason. So let Little Grace go home to her family where she's loved and go with that. Also, Beverly Beatty, while we're talking about people protesting Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, let's talk about Beverly. A couple of weeks ago, there was two sisters up in New York was arrested for putting black paint on the Black Lives Matter mural up in New York in front of a Trump tower, and she was one of them. I love to give everybody benefit of the doubt, um, whatever your thought plans are, and it's okay to agree and not to agree. But I've been paying attention to her. Tried watching a video, but I couldn't do it. She's an evangelist. Forgot the name of the place. If I knew it, I wouldn't not promoting her. But she's an evangelist, and she talk about Black Lives Matter. She don't agree with them and all of this. Now, as a Christian, you an evangelist and um, um you talking about the word of God, and she called herself wife of Jesus Christ. And here it is. She destroying property that don't belong to her. Then you're talking about a group that was started due to the unjust of black and brown person, due to the fact that um, people getting killed unarmed. And you're talking about you don't believe in Black Lives Matter. But looking at your page, your profile, you're talking about supporting Trump. Welcome to the show, Krista. God on my side, Walford. Um, you're talking about God, and my problem is you cannot talk about you're a wife of Jesus Christ and you believe in the word, but at the same time, you're talking about hate. You supporting, and you can support whoever you want to, but you supporting a, a man that is a known racist, that say racist thing. You're supporting him. You're destroying people property. You're also talking about this group because you don't agree with them. Maybe it's one of those things you don't agree with them for the simple fact you didn't come up with the idea. Now, I've done some research, and hopefully y'all will do some research on it too. I did see a article uh, that I guess she wrote in a magazine or something called "I Wish a Negro Would" or something like that. But in that article, and see, hopefully she get my message. Hopefully she reach out to me and she will come on the show because I will give her that opportunity to explain herself. But when I read that article that she did, um, I started thinking about what the counselors that we had on the show in the past have talked about, from stuff that happened to you as a child can affect your thinking of today. So, Beverly, I'm not gonna put your business out there, but I seen what you said when you was growing up. And please, if you haven't taken no counseling, please get some. Because after reading that article you wrote, I'm like, wow, is this the reason why she hate Black Lives Matter? Is this the reason why she mad at the world? Is this the reason why she hate herself because of what happened to her? I would like to know. And Beverly, please, you can reach out to me. Um, you can call in if you want to. 972-591-3665. Call in. I would give you that opportunity to explain yourself because I don't understand it. If you are a child of God, or I'm gonna say it like you said, the wife of Jesus Christ. If you are hating on what somebody else is doing, that's not like Christ. Destroying people property, that's not like Christ. And in the Bible, it also tells us to follow the law of the land. See, some people don't want to read the full scripture, but at the same time, hey, please, you can definitely reach out to me. We can have an open discussion about it. But some of the comments that you make, I don't agree with. I don't agree with. You talk about all these at a group, and I would ask the question that I said about 10 minutes ago. What are you doing to make a difference in this world? Because a lot of this stuff I see you doing, it's all about trying to get followers. That's what it's all about. So when it come down to it, how do you feel about unarmed black men being killed? How do you feel about it? Because from what I've seen, you don't give a damn. And I think you just basically trying to get followers, trying to get people to follow you, go to your YouTube, um, watch your videos where you could get many clicks on it. But you doing that, destroying um, what someone else is trying to take a stand on. Because I could go down the list after what I read on you. No, it's not right. The things that you're saying, the things that you're supporting, that's not Christ-like. But hey, you have your own opinion. I have mine, but we can have open discussion. And you're more than welcome to call in, or if you want to be on the show, send me an email. Who you with, kurtdog@mail.com. WHO, the letter U, WITHCURTDOG@mail.com. And send me a message. I will respond back. I'm an open book. I will respond. Um, so those are the stories that I'm talking about right now. You may have something that you want to talk about. Um, Something that you've seen that I haven't seen. No matter what it is, you can express yourself. Tell me what's on your mind. No matter what it is, this open platform. Um, then also I seen the video of the two fools up in Michigan wearing the swastika bandanas around their face. Once again, those people trying to get clicks and likes and all of that. So Walmart should ban them from all their stores. Um, if I was the manager of the store, I would have told them to leave. Either take it off, change mask, whatever they had to do. But you're not going to purchase here today because you causing a disturbance in the store, and you need to leave. So, but Walmart put out a statement said that um they did ask them to leave, and they also banned them from the store. I believe it was Marshall, Michigan, or something like that. Um, Either way, people do stuff to get attention, and that's how most of them are doing. Now, for right now, they trying to do anything to make a name for themselves. All the Karens in the world um, that are going around, going to different business, don't want to wear a mask. They videotape it. I seen one start videotaping before she went in, talking about, oh, I'm sure they're going to tell me leave out for not wearing a mask. She got exactly what she wanted. Then when she leave out, she was actually going to vote. She was going to vote. Now, all the years I've been voting, there's a sign there that tell you no cell phone. But she goes into the voting location with a cell phone app recording to try to make a name for herself. Then she get back in the car and talk a little bit more. Tell me, oh, he was doing this. He was all up in my face. Well, half of you didn't have a mask on. You didn't have a mask, didn't have a cell phone. Well, you had your cell phone out. So what's the purpose? Now, that's just trying to click and get likes and all of that. I just don't have time for people that do that. I'm more into what's the right thing to do. Um, People may not like what I say. That's their opinion. I get some comments um, when I get off the air. I go back, read the comments on all the platforms. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. I take it as it comes. So I understand that what I'm doing, I'm gonna get people to make negative comments. They're not gonna like everything I say, and that's fine. I have no problem with that. I have no problem at all. So it's all about your opinion. Uh, no, thank you. Uh, Someone from Twitch. Time I want to become famous by followers. Nah, I'm good. Um, so that'll be a comment I delete later on. Um, but hey, thank you for listening. Tell a friend about us and share it with them too. I really appreciate it, especially tomorrow night because we have a great show coming up tomorrow night with Miss Kincaid talking about malicious parent syndrome. Malicious parent syndrome. I've been promoting the show all last week. Um, Definitely, if you're one of those people that talking about my baby daddy tripping, my baby mama tripping, um, you need to watch the show tomorrow night because we're gonna hit on some points where some of you may realize you were a product of a malicious parent syndrome and didn't even know it. So that's going to be a great show tomorrow. Um, if you have a parent trying to keep the kids from the other parent, or are trying to um, talk bad about the other parent in front of the child, or you have a friend, family member talking about, oh, she won't let me see the child, or he won't let me see my child, or he do this, he don't bring my child back, she don't bring my child back when she's supposed to, and that's malicious parent syndrome. So it's gonna be very good tomorrow. So hopefully y'all tune in tomorrow because we're really gonna have a great show. Hopefully it can help someone. I have a lot of friends that have experienced this. Friends that I'm close to that I had no idea they was going through it the same time while I was going through it. So, and it's a lot of signs that you have to look out for. If one parent is lying on the other parent just because the relationship did not work, that's malicious parent syndrome. One parent say, "Oh, little Jimmy got a program at school at 8 o'clock, and the program was at 6 o'clock." Malicious parent syndrome. Um, you going around telling your kids, "Well, we don't have extra money this week because your mama or your daddy didn't help out." Malicious parent syndrome. Or better yet, if you run off with a child and refuse to let the other parent see this child, malicious parent syndrome. So it's a lot of signs that could be considered malicious parent. And I've started following this maybe a year and a half ago, paying attention to it. And it's hopefully it can help somebody because it will make you think or start the conversation. If growing up and you grown now and you only had one parent, then you kind of find out later on what happened to the other parent, why they was never around. That could have been malicious parent syndrome. You don't know. You don't know. So those are the questions and the signs we're gonna try to answer tomorrow, and hopefully, it will help somebody because um, you can actually be doing this and not realizing it. So we're gonna help you realize it tomorrow that I may need to change my thought plan because at the end of the day, the only person that is gonna hurt is the child. And the child is the one that's gonna suffer because a child do need both parents in their life. So definitely tune in tomorrow on that show with Miss Kincaid. Um, it's gonna be very um, powerful tomorrow night. We will be taking your comments, um, and we're gonna try to help as many people as we can tomorrow night. And if you have questions, please get them in early because it's um, gonna be an interesting show. Uh, if I could tell you how it's gonna go, I'll be lying to you because I don't know. You never know what may come up or what anybody may ask. I don't know. So definitely ask your questions. Um, Not sure if I'm opening up the phone lines tomorrow for the simple fact that yeah, we don't want to overwhelm so people calling in and getting too many calls in. But I will get with Miss Kincaid tomorrow to see if she want to open them up. But it's gonna be a great show. And maybe it's not you that is dealing with it. Maybe it's one of your friends, one of your family members. That's the case. Invite them out. Invite them out. Out of all the shows I've done, um, this the one you really want to share on tomorrow and invite a friend because you're gonna find out some good information, signs to look out for. And if it's any attorneys that is listening to the show that would like to be on the panel to give your expert point of view on how a parent can solve this. I know I've done research on it. One way, contacting a family law attorney, and definitely dealing with it on that end, the legal end, and not the street justice. Do it the legal way, because if you have trying to do it the street way, it won't work. Your child gonna be looking at you and looking at that parent like, I don't know which one is the fool. So do it the right way, and that's the way I would do it. Hopefully, that's how you would do it. And we're gonna give out those signs tomorrow because there's a lot of ways that it actually happened, and some people knowing what they're doing, and some act like they don't know what they're doing. Um, so definitely tune in tomorrow. Malicious Parent Syndrome, and it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be one of those shows that gonna be like, wow. Even after the show, maybe you need to send it to your friend that is doing this because we all know somebody that is doing it. We all know somebody who been through it. That one complaint, that one friend that always complain about they ex. What if they were married or not? Oh, she a dog. He a dog. She ain't no good. And you talk about this parent in front of the kids, and that's all the child is gonna remember. So it's gonna be interesting. So definitely um, tune in tomorrow night. We would definitely hit on it, and hopefully we can help the person that is doing it. Because when it's all said and done, in order for, I'm not a expert on it, but I'm sure Miss Kim K probably gonna say it can help to take counseling because you have some pain that you haven't healed from because now you're holding this child as a hostage from the other parent, and that's not the way you do kids. So definitely tune in tomorrow. That's going to be a very great show. Um, and we're just going to have a good time. So that's I'm going to say that's the only thing we're going to focus on tomorrow is malicious parent syndrome, but we never know. Because if somebody send a message in or let us know something they're going through, we'll switch it up. We will switch it up. We're gonna come up with a way that we can help someone um, that is dealing with it. Now, I say all the time, if you're in a abusive relationship, don't stay in it. Don't stay in it. But also don't say that you're in a abusive relationship and you're not, because that's another sign of it. Uh, People was lying, say, um, "Oh, I'm this guy is doing this to me, doing that to me, or she doing this, she doing that," and that's not the case. Everything was fine as long as y'all was together. But then when you conceive the child and the relationship don't work, then it's a problem. Not only that, I think one of the biggest problem when it come down to relationships, and then a child come involved, even though the child is involved, you stop dating each other. You have to keep it going. However, you and that person got together, you need to keep it going. Even with the child, you still need to spend quality time with each other and love the child together and be honest with each other. Be honest as soon as you meet. If you know what you're looking for, say what you're looking for. Don't don't go out and pretend like you want a relationship, but the only thing you really want to feel good. And be honest with the person up front. That'll solve a lot of stuff. But then one person won't be thinking about, oh, we're in a relationship. Another person like, oh, I just called them on Tuesday night. So, but hey, definitely um send your comments in, regardless if it's good or bad. Hey, I can take it. But tomorrow morning, um, 9 a.m., the State Bar Association directors will be having a special meeting to decide what they're going to do with Larry McDougal. And you can follow that on their Facebook page. It will be broadcast live on the Facebook page. So I will be tuning in. I will be paying attention. And while it's on my mind, don't forget, come Wednesday, um, you could do your free COVID test over at DC3. It's actually free. Disciple-centric community church, 901 North Polk Street, DeSoto, Texas, 75115. And I believe this is the last Wednesday. I'm not sure if it's going to be extended, but if it is, I will let you know. The time is from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. This Wednesday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So definitely get tested. Even if you had a test before, please get tested again. Um, I had to go to Arlington today. I seen a sign where Arlington are giving out tests at a at the East Library, I believe. Not sure what street it's on, but they're doing tests from Monday to Saturday. Free testing. I'm not sure if it's just for the city of Arlington, but if you are located in Arlington, they're doing it Monday through Saturday at the East Library. Also on Thursday, Friendship West, 616 West Keys is giving out free testing um, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's free. You don't have to be a member at neither one of these churches. Just show up and get your free testing done. Even if you already had a test, take it again because we don't know everything about this virus. So we need to take it again. I've had two so far, and I have actually I have actually um taken two of them, and both of them have came back negative. So welcome, unique view on YouTube. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Hopefully, it's a little bit better. Let me know how that sound. But definitely go to these locations, get tested for free, and it's better to know than not to know because some of the symptoms you may not know until it's too late. So definitely get tested. Get tested. Um, Other than that, trying to see if it was something else I needed to let the people know about. Those are the three locations that I'm aware of. I did see a post that the city of Grand Prairie are doing free tests on Tuesdays and Thursday. A drive-through testing at the old uh, Veteran Center. I think it's up for 161. Um, so it's doing from 9 to 1, and um, the drive-through is from 9 to 5 in Grand Prairie on Tuesday and Thursdays, and it's free also for residents of Grand Prairie, and also for anybody who works in Grand Prairie. So, and you could check the local uh, health department, and they could have a list of locations on there that is close to you. So definitely check it out and continue to get tested. Definitely get tested. I told my wife I'm gonna go again this week and get tested. Um, we're both going, so we're gonna take advantage of it and get tested again because we do not know anything about this virus from what we've been told, and we definitely need to know what's going on, especially if we have it. So that's I recommend everybody to get tested. So other than that, tomorrow night, like I said, we will be talking with Miss Kincaid tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. Central Time, and talking about malicious parent syndrome. So definitely um, tune in tomorrow. Um, Pull it up, malicious parent syndrome. Look at the signs, and you may actually find out what's going on. Um, Unique View said they got tested. Where are you listening from, Unique View? If you don't mind me asking, what city and state? But welcome to the show, and I'm glad that you are tuning in. I'm glad that you did come back negative. That's a wonderful feeling when you get that results and it's a negative. Um, uh, yes, Monday night we will be talking with Miss Kincaid, a licensed counselor, and it's we will be talking about malicious parent syndrome, which is really gonna be good. Um, Definitely tune in tomorrow night. You can live chat with us like you're doing now, and tell a friend. Tell a friend because um, if you ever hear somebody talking about, oh my baby daddy, oh my baby mama, and complaining about them, 9 times out of 10, it's um, some malicious syndrome going on off in there because it's definitely something that need to be talked about, and I feel like we need to talk about it a little bit more because you will be surprised of the people that you may know that have actually dealt with this or dealing with it. It may be somebody who you know. So definitely tomorrow night we need to talk about it, open up about it, and let's stop this because I think if we talk about it more, um, it really should make a difference. Um, it doesn't matter if I'm a Dem or a Republican. I support the best candidate. That is for me and my household. Now I can tell you who not good for me and my household, but I support the best candidate, and I won't be voting. Never have voted for him. It won't be voting for who we have in the White House today. So anybody who is not taking a stand for what's good for me and my family, I don't support them. So in order to get my vote, I got to know what you stand for. And not talking about just during election time. I'm talking about during the whole time. So I definitely uh, do my homework on different politician that is trying to get my vote. And right now, there's a lot of I have more people I know I'm not voting for right now. So, um, but I appreciate the question though. I definitely appreciate it, and definitely thank you for um, tuning in tonight. And hopefully you come back tomorrow night. Bring a friend in with you and share it with your friends. Tomorrow night and every night that we're on the show. You can also click the notification button for every time we come on. So I definitely appreciate you for tuning in. Um, but tonight, I just wanted to come on and talk to y'all about those stories. Uh, definitely, um, take a look into it. The Black River security and, and do some research on them. That's been a trending thing on the internet today. talking about Betsy DeVoe, the Secretary of Education. So Michigan, when it's time to vote for, hopefully y'all take that into a thought that hey, she hooked her brother up with a multi-million-dollar contract, probably $1 billion contract actually. Um, from what they doing. Then also Cornelius Fredericks. Um, go to my page and look at the video and see what you think about it. Um, Me personally, from what I've seen, it don't take that many people to hold down a person that is not resisting, that is not trying to fight with you. Um, but you have to lay on them for over 12 minutes. And now the young man is dead. I'm in the DFW area, Dallas Fort Worth. So um, I'm saying that because apparently this person want to know where I'm at. So that's where I'm at, Dallas Fort Worth area. And uh, other than that, we're gonna get off here. Oh, and don't forget to tune in tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Um, with the State Bar of Texas Association and find out what they're gonna do with Larry McDougal. I know how I feel about it, and Larry need to go. He need to step down. You make comments about Black Lives Matter, and I thought I seen a story about him um, making a comment to a woman that was very negative. So I don't know all the details. I briefly looked at it, but Larry McDougal, do us all a favor and step down. You shouldn't be in that position. You have your views. You said what you wanted to say, and when you said it, it came back 5 years later. That's the consequence. So because of that, you cannot be a leader of an organization and have those type of views. Just like politicians, they shouldn't be in position if they only gonna get in politician to basically talk about only supporting one group of people. If you're a politician, you need to support everybody, and you need to open up what everybody views. So that's the way I see it, and that's the way it should be. So we need to start getting ready to clean that swamp come November. And if you are not registered to vote, check with your state, find out when is the deadline. I know in Texas the deadline have already passed for the presidential election, but you can still register for the local. And we need to show up for the local election. Those are the most important because those are where they get their data about the laws. So we definitely need to vote for the local election, and let's make a difference. And if you are a felon, go to vote.org. Find out if your state will allow you to vote. Most of them, if you're not on papers and you paid all your dues, you could get your voting rights back. Go to vote.org, uh, answer a couple of questions, and it'll let you know right then and there if you can vote. So definitely do that if you are a felon. And other than that, like I say all the time, I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. Appreciate the comment, unique view. Krista Walford and Krista God on my side, Walford. Um, and everyone that tuned in tonight. Tomorrow night, 8:30, Miss Kincaid will be here. So we will have a great time tomorrow. So until then, I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in tonight. And until tomorrow night, I love each and every one of you. Peace.